In today's video, I'm attempting to clean my my wheels, my three-piece, well, I think these are two-piece sets. Yeah, my two-piece set deep dish wheels. They are an aluminum alloy, and the last time I tried to clean them, I completely made them dirtier. Didn't work out. So, upon investigation and research, I've seen that you had to, in order to get to cleaning it and polishing it, I had to sand it down. So that's what I've been doing right now. And this is only on the first wheel. And I've got two different sets of sandpaper, 220 and 400. Now, everywhere else that I've looked said, you know, continue the process and go from high to small. Yeah, I just didn't really have that type of time. So I'm going from close to the larger side to one of the finers. And I'm just going over and over with the, what is this one? Yeah, the 220, which what you just saw. I'll do another pass of the 220, and then I'll do two passes of the 400, get it nice and smooth down, and then I will start the process of polishing it. But that'll be a little bit later tonight when the weather is, well, when it's not as bright out, because right now I'm baking. So let me just show you what the other wheels look like, and then I'll show you what the current one looks like. You see how I have that discoloration in there? That's where I washed it this morning. Well, washed the car. She's pretty shiny right now. But again, you'll see the discoloration on the wheel. And that's what I need to remove. And then I'll shine it up. So 1, 2. Yeah, I did a really good job of screwing that up. I didn't know what I was working with and decided to try to clean it, and it was the wrong product. So yeah, that's all on me. Now it's a matter of trying to correct my mistakes. My wheels look like leopards. See that? Yeah, and that's what all of them look like. Until now. As I said, I've got a lot more sanding to do. But once I get to a good spot, then I'll be able to polish her up, and they should turn out a lot better. Dare I say shiny. Now, what you're definitely going to want to do is make sure you have water with you, as I do, and sand with water. That came out wrong, but sand it while it's wet. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Pull my other one out. I suggest using a block or something, you know, wrapped around this, or wrap this around a solid block, because if you don't, what's going to happen is what's happening with me. It's just going to start crumbling in your hands. All right, so you see what I'm doing, and you also see that the wheel no longer has that crap on it. So one more time with the, I think that's the 220, and then I'll go with the 400. I still need to get the outside lip though. Yeah, once I get that, we're good. All right, back in a few. Wheel number 2 is sanded down. taking me about 2 pads per. So 2 of the 400, 2 of the 220 per wheel. So now the only thing left will be to come out here with the polish and the actual buffer. Or should I say the polishing pads, which I will put on my rotary drill. Oh, man. All right, I'm pretty satisfied with that. This is the 4th wheel. Ooh, man. No more of that crap. At least I believe so, yeah. I got them. All good. Now all that's left, as I said, polish and buff it. All right, so this is me finishing up my wheels. Now, let's take a gander here. This is everything. You can see where I've already started polishing versus where I just sanded. So, because time is not of, I won't say time is of importance, and I don't have much of it. What I'm doing now is polishing, and I'm using, where is it at? Mag and aluminum polish. As you can clearly see, you can actually start beginning to see the reflection. Whereas over here, it's really dull, not so much. I'm putting it on my drill, and I'm letting it do all the work. I'll take maybe from here to there, rub it on with this guy, and then I will start polishing it off. I will take a clean rag, which is here, and then wipe it off. Now, I'm only going to show you, I guess, from this side over here, just because it is getting hot, and I know my camera will start to overheat. So I'll give you a little bit of context, and then I will continue knocking all of them out. Then I will show you what it looks like completed. I also need to do the lips, which I have not done yet. But clearly you see the difference. And this, I need to go ahead and paint red. And eventually I will paint my brakes again. They're getting kind of dull, but they're still a nice bright color. All right, let's get back to this. Oh, man. Now, I'm not putting a whole lot on this. I'm just kind of dabbing it. But I'm making sure I got it all covered. There. And as you see, I rub it on. And then I get to work. All right, I'll complete 2 passes with that. Get it nice and polished. Take it off, repeat it again. way. Whew. This is not perfect. I will go back over it again to get it shinier like I want, but this is still considerably better than what it was. So that's what I'm aiming for it to look better than what it was. Perfect. All right. And take them off again. Wax on, Daniel sign, wax off. Thank you. Again, I know this will look a lot better once I have more time to work on this, but just to have it looking like this, I'm happy with at the moment. So right now I've got from here to here to do. One to there. Not bad, not bad. And then the lip, of course. Man. Woo! See the difference? I know I do. A little bit more sanding with the finer, probably 1,000, 2,000 at a later date to get it down even finer, and then to go back over it with the polish, and she will be looking like a straight up mirror because you can see it really evident, like there. You can see where it got really good. Right there, really good. Yeah. but at first glance, just driving, yeah, you'll see a big difference. That versus this. All right, next time I turn you back on, all of them will be done. All right, the last step I'm doing on that same wheel is to go over it again. Once it's, once I got all of the polish off, I'll go over it again with a clean one, like this was, and I continue to polish until I get as much black or polish off that I may have missed the first time. So yeah, so let me show you. She's looking considerably better. Remember, I went from hecka dirty to this, and I was happy with the result because it was no longer looking like a leopard. And so from this to this. Yeah. Again, there's still more to do, but given what I was working with and the time constraints therein, that's what you can expect. And it will be a lot shinier if you take the time and go all the way down to the 2000 grit to make it extremely fine. All right, everybody, that's it for today until I show you the finished product, which will be later because I have to go at the moment. But I'm happy with what I see. Quite happy.
If you're enjoying the channel, smash that. Hit that. Like, comment, share. Until next time, peace.